Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Angelina Lee. I'm from China. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year or happy Chinese Spring Festival. I guess you have heard a lot about this special day. This festival is celebrated on the first day of the first month based on Chinese traditional calendar, which typically falls between January 21st to February 22nd on the Gregorian calendar in general use. Possibly you don't know that more than 2,000 years ago, the Chinese New Year began in the 10th, 11th, or even the last month, which may not seem unusual since ancient Romans used to celebrate the New Year in March. However, thanks to Caesar, most people around the world now celebrate the New Year at the beginning of January, thanks to the work of Luo Xiahong, an outstanding astronomer in China who lived in around the 2nd to the 1st century BCE, as well as his intelligent colleagues. The Spring Festival is fixed on the beginning of the first month. The story began with Sima Qian, a historian often referred to as Herodotus in China. In about 104 BCE, Sima Qian discovered that the calendar was out of sync with moon. He noticed that the moon was visible at the end and the start of each month when it should be invisible to the calendar. Additionally, the full moon, supposed to appear on the 15th night of every month, was not as round as expected. Sima Qian reported his observations to the Emperor Wu of Han Dynasty Liu Che, also known as Han Wudi, a very famous ruler in Chinese history, whose army once defeated the Han's cavalry in North China. Emperor Wu worried what Sima Qian said very much. Almost 60 years later, another powerful monarch in the West also faced the same problem. Caesar found the traditional Roman calendar had problems, no longer aligned with the faiths and the seasons by the 40s BCE. So, from the end of the 2nd century BCE to the middle of the 1st century BCE, both of the two powerful rulers at the far end of the world had to face the common challenge of developing an improved time-keeping system. I suppose you might have read this very famous sci-fi novel, The Three Body Problems, authored by Mr. Liu Cixin or Cixin Liu in English way, which illustrates the importance of having an accurate calendar for people's lives, even in an alien world. Moreover, the calendar was significant beyond its practical or scientific use. In ancient China, since the rulers often drew analogies between celestial bodies and their highest authority, because they were often seen as the messengers of deities and responsible for the people. As a result, natural phenomena such as eclipse, drought, or earthquakes were regarded by Confucianism as a sign of deity's anger to warn or punish the emperor's fault. Especially they feared the eclipse most. Therefore, they needed to know when an eclipse would occur. They could hold a ceremony to pray for the deity's forgiveness and blessing, removing something inauspicious. So, if the calendar had an issue, it could seriously affect the emperor's career.